Welcome in our third episode, Parichya with Parveen. Our guest for the third episode of Parichya with Parveen, um, we have with us Ella Vine.
Hello, everyone.
Ella Vine is a trustee for the Global Kidney Foundation. Prior to this, she was a CEO of UK National Fibromyalgia Charity. Ella Vine worked all her life in the civil society sector for various health and social care charities in various executive and non-executive roles, and was a political candidate twice in council elections. In 2013, she was awarded by the Fundraising magazine and the Civil Society portal for the fundraising results. She was chosen one of the top 25 fundraisers in the UK under the age of 35. Wow, Ella Vine. It's nice to have you here. And so moving on to our questions now. You are the trustee of the Global Kidney Foundation, right? What really is Global Kidney Foundation and what does it aim to achieve?
Firstly, thank you very much, Parveen, for having me here today. I'm really pleased, and thank you on behalf of the Global Kidney Foundation. We are really pleased that we can share our message. So Global Kidney Foundation, it's a charity that started in the UK, based in Birmingham, head office in Birmingham. And our aim is to improve kidney health and also to promote organ donation to save lives. That's in short. This charity has been started by a fantastic gentleman and a well-known businessman, Zahid Bati. And you know Zahid, Parveen. And Zahid, a few years ago, he had double kidney transplant because his kidney failed. And the kidney transplant saved his life, but also allowed him to live his life to the full and to be healthy and energetic and happy again. And so Zahid decided to give back, and he started the charity. So what we do, we are still kind of small charity, but we have a big impact because we nationally and also internationally share awareness about the importance of organ donations that save lives. We also provide free community health checks in Birmingham and other areas where our nurses go to different community venues like temples, other religious venues, cultural venues, lots of different events. And we provide free health checks, basic health checks for people. And also we promote organ donation awareness. We organize lots of events like our annual charity gala in London, which is a beautiful event, and we cannot wait for another one. We really cannot wait after the lockdown. So we hope later this year we'll be able to do it.
Yeah.
Been to our galas, the Fantastic Day.
Yes, yes, of course. Yeah, it was in last year. It was in March, right?
And it was in March, just before lockdown. We were so lucky. And then lots of community leaders, business leaders, people from lots of different networks go there. They don't only have fun, but they learn about our work. They learn how they can take the message about being organ donor, to their respective communities. And this is growing, so this is really good. We work together with NHSBT, which stands for NHS Blood and Transplant, which is the NHS body that oversees all organ donation and organ transplants in England. And we have provided some projects for them, like the community health checks. And we work with lots of other community and religious groups, BME groups, just to spread the word. Because it doesn't cost a lot to sign up to be an organ donor, but it saves lives. So it's in everyone's interest.
Thank you. And what do you think is the importance of people getting educated about donating not only kidney, but organ donations?
Exactly. It's not only about kidney. So our name is about kidney, but organ donation generally saves lives. It's very important because it saves our lives, like our communities, our families' lives. There's still people dying in the UK waiting for an organ donor. which is really sad, and this is completely unnecessary. It's because the awareness about organ donation is still quite low. There is lots of misconceptions, going on the internet. So we need to dispel those myths, and it's about explaining to people the process and making them feel calm and relaxed about it and confident. It's very important to spread awareness about organ donation because it can happen to any one of us. We never know. So like people like Zahid, and I know lots of people now who had organ transplant or are waiting for organ transplant. It strikes suddenly. You don't know, you're healthy, and then suddenly you've got like kidney failure, which can come suddenly, or you've got lung problems, and then you learn that the only thing that can help you is to have organ transplant. So it can happen to anyone. So if we all sign up to be organ donors, then nobody would die unnecessarily in the UK, and that is really important. So that is the message. It's so easy and simple to do, but then we are protecting ourselves, our families, our colleagues, our friends, our communities.
Okay, is signing up ourselves for organ donation very complicated? What steps do we need to take to register ourselves for organ donation?
It's very, very easy. Could not be easier. So if you have access to internet, you just can type Google NHS organ donation or organ donor. And then the website for NHS BT, which is the body that oversees all organ transplants and donation, will come up, and you register online, which takes like 30 seconds. You just need to put your name, address, date of birth, and then whether you're choosing to be a organ donor for all your organs, or you can pick and choose which organs, but we always recommend all organs because it saves more lives. So one organ donor can save up to 9 lives. Plus
really?
yes, 9 lives. Yes,
wow.
exactly. Plus, on the top of this, tissues can be used for other operations, donations like skin, and other tissues can be used as well. They may be not necessarily life-saving, but they are really life-helping. So it's so easy to do. You just go online, or you can go on our website, Global Kidney Foundation. You'll find the link there, and it takes like 30 seconds. If you are already this is to convey. We will get to the organ donation change law soon. So this is what you can do to like confirm your decision that you are organ donor. And it's important to do it because, for example, many years ago, when in the UK, when people were getting driving license, it could be like 20, 30 years ago, and they were automatically getting the organ donation card, but that was many years ago. Recently, the law changed last year, which I'll talk later. And it's still good to like sign up online to confirm your decision, because the situation is that when a person dies and is eligible to be organ donor, because only a very small percentage of people who die are actually eligible to be organ donor. There are like certain less complicated medical conditions need to be met. So that's why we need everyone to be organ donor and to support the decision of being organ donor. So when they're eligible to be organ donor after they die, the NHS trained nurses in organ donation would approach the family and talk in a very, in a trained professional way and manner, and explain and ask the family whether they approve for this person to be organ donor. So there are situations where this person wants to be organ donor, but the family doesn't know to start with. So the family may know, well, they wouldn't want to be organ donor, or the family have concerns that could be cultural concerns, religious concerns, or the family doesn't know. And if the family will disagree for this person to be organ donor, the organ donation would not go through. So would not save lives, despite the fact that this person wanted to be organ donor. So other than just signing up and confirming that you want to be organ donor, and which is a very good thing to do because you are confirming, because the NHS, they have all the list and they see there was a confirmation, wow, they want to be organ donor despite that they're already organ donor, like, maybe 20, 30 years ago, first time they decided to be. So this is like confirmation. So when it comes to this very difficult moment for the family to say yes or no, this is additional confirmation that this person wished to be organ donor.
So one person has decided and he has done the donation before he died. So still his family can change the decision, is it?
So the family has a say. That's why it's so important. And when we become organ donor, we sign up, we want to be, we need to tell our family, this is what I want. We need to talk to our families and have this conversation and early enough, because it saves lives. It is a good one. And then we can encourage our family as well and ask them what they think. Do they want to be organ donor? And tell them why it is necessary, because it saves lives and we never know when we will need it. So if other people wouldn't sign to be organ donors, then we will kind of or don't have this protection. So it is very important. So one of the work that we do as well, so we explain to people that why it's important to talk to family and how to talk to family. And when you go on our website, or you can go to NHS website about organ donation, you will find lots of different information, videos, and lots of it is tailored in other languages, and also tackling different misconceptions.
And if they have any doubt, you can educate them, isn't it? You can explain.
Yes, you can get in touch with us always. You can.
And it's such an amazing job, isn't it? You can bring smiles someone's life while you are going from this world, but still you can give someone smile and you can do something. And it's a great job, isn't it?
It's amazing, and it's very important, and I feel the importance of it, and I feel, it's like a community spirit as well. So if we understand it in this way, that we all are organ donors, then we as the community, like the wider community in the UK or our smaller communities, we are protected when something happens to us or to our loved ones or to our neighbors or friends. So I think there is a compelling case for us to support organ donation.
Mm-hmm. So do you believe in changing yourself first than proceeding towards others? Or
Yes.
is there another philosophy you follow?
Yes, absolutely. But it took me a long time to get to that, So it took me many years to get to that. Absolutely, and this is that's the philosophy where, if you want to do changes, start from yourself first. Because if you want to, I don't know, make other people happy, if you're grumpy, it will be difficult, right? So you need to work on yourself first. So in terms of organ donation, it's the same. So you cannot preach, but not be for organ donation. So obviously I'm an organ donor for many years, signed up to be an organ donor, and yes, definitely. So you start with yourself, and then you support organ donation, you talk to your friends and family, and it's that slowly how communities are changing.
And I'm proud to share with you as well, like I'm also organ donor, and I became organ donor in 2012.
Great, well done. And Parveen as well, we need to say you are a Global Kidney Foundation ambassador. You're our charity ambassador. So thank you very much. And you are a really fantastic ambassador. Thank you very much for your work, spreading awareness.
Yeah, it's been a great pleasure to connect with you all, because it's something like we can spread awareness, and because it's really important for someone's life. Because once we are not in this world, we are going, so we can give someone's life, isn't it? And even if we are alive, still we can donate some of the organ, isn't it? Like kidney, isn't it? You given one example about Jahid.
Yes,
like
I think I forgot to say that's very important. There is something that's called living donation. So the person is living but wants to save life, either a stranger, which is called altruistic living organ donation, or a family friend, loved ones, a child, mother, anyone, colleague. So there are only two organs that we can give to save lives. A kidney, because we have two kidneys, so we have one spare kidney and we can live just all right and fine on one kidney. And also a liver donation, which is like a part of the liver is only being taken and transplanted to the other person. And then we're fine as well with that, absolutely fine. With liver failure as well, people can die very quickly, and that's really sad. So to be a living organ donor, it's really rewarding, because you get to see how this person, loved one or stranger, you're saving life, and you get to see how their life is transformed. For example, Global Kidney Foundation for a few years has been an official sponsor of the British Transplant Games, which are like Olympic Games for people who had organ transplant. And there are thousands of people participating in different sports. We'll go there every year and support it. And we do interviews with people who participate, and it's really great spirit. And you can see those people who were waiting for organ transplant, they were maybe actually dying, or their life was so difficult because they were on dialysis non-stop, they were so exhausted, they didn't have energy to do anything. Now, after organ transplant, they are competing in sports, they do their career, or if they're children, you know, they do their school, and they're just thriving. And this is like really wonderful to see.
Yeah, exactly. And is health conditions matter while donating an organ? Does the color, race, and religion affect the process of organ donation? Because many people, they believe like, oh no, our faith or religion doesn't allow to donate the organ, and this is so. What's your opinion about it? What do you
That's
think?
not my opinion. This is the objective medical research. So there are two things: one, health conditions, and the second is cultural and religious barriers. So the first one, the medical and health, is that everyone can be organ donor. So no matter how old you are, because there are people who are like 100 and something years, they're still organ donors, and it's fine. And with different health conditions, because sometimes some people think that, oh, I've got all this chronic health conditions, let's say arthritis and whatever, like heart conditions, there's lots of conditions. And then they think that this condition prevents them from being organ donor. So they, like in the past, they didn't sign up to be organ donor, or they do not support the decision. That's the confusion, and the myth that we try to dispel. And actually it's no. And then HSBT says very clearly that, everyone can be organ donor. So really everyone should be supporting and be organ donor, because that decision who actually can be organ donor, after this very certain conditions after they die, and whether they're eligible is like a medical decisions by doctors. They check tissues, and there's a tissue matching issue. So we don't know, I don't know whether I'm eligible or no, but then I still sign up and I'm still an organ donor, so despite any medical conditions you have, you still, and also a person who had already organ transplant can be organ donor. And the people like Zahid Baki already are. Yes, that nothing prevents you when you had already organ transplant and you're living fine, you're living your life to the full. Absolutely nothing prevents you from being organ donor. So just support that, then support that decision, and tell your family that yes, you can be organ donor. Nothing prevents you. And the second issue, which is very important that you mentioned, religious, cultural barriers. Yes, there are lots of misconceptions out there. We work with an HSBT, and we work as well with lots of other organizations, work with different religious places, community, BME groups. There is lots of literature that we can provide you, or you can contact directly an HSBT in different languages, also explaining to different faiths why organ donation is not forbidden by the faith, because there is no major faith that forbids organ donation. But there might be some misconceptions shared by people because there are different fears, and we can always answer those different fears. People worry what happened to the body after, how we will look, whether it's done with dignity. There's lots of worries there.
Yeah, exactly.
So that there is all done with dignity. The funeral can go as normal, and there is no scars being seen or anything. It's like just any operation when the scars are not seen. So there is lots of worries there, but we need to remember there is nothing that prevents organ donation in any of the major religions that are out there.
So basically, we need to educate people, and we need to spread more awareness, so that, because this is all misconception, that no religion and faith is going to stop you if you want to be a donor.
Exactly, because most major religions will say, to help others. That's one. And two, we also say that if your child were dying, or your mother were dying, or your husband were dying, and they needed organ transplant, wouldn't you allow them to have it? if you would, then why would, if you would take, why wouldn't you give? There is
Exactly.
no
Exactly.
you can take, but do not give.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the point. And obviously, when people are in trouble, when they have the same situation, then only they understand, isn't it?
Yes.
That's what I think.
It's
They understand the importance of it.
yes.
And I hope this session gonna spread the more awareness, and many of the misconceptions the people have, I think it will gonna remove. And obviously, and they can decide afterwards, like it's very safe, and it's something like you should do that, because this is the biggest charity you can do, isn't
Yes,
it?
and it's free, you know, it doesn't cost you money, so it's not about money. It's so the work we do, it's so great because it's not, we don't necessarily want like fundraising and money. Well, we welcome it, which will help our work, but it's about giving something that is very precious because you're giving somebody's life, and it's, yes, as you said, and it's everyone can do it.
Yeah. So we read about the opt-out system all over the internet. So what really is the opt-out system, and why do we need it?
Okay, so the opt-out system only means that from April 2020, that was a new law introduced in England. It already was introduced in Scotland, and now Northern Ireland is being introduced as well, and Wales already had that introduced. So we were quite late, actually. It means that everyone over the age of 18 is automatically organ donor on the NHS organ donor register list. And this law gives us choice to opt out not to be organ donor. So it is about, it's like democracy and giving people choice. Previously, people had to physically sign up to be organ donor. And we know sometimes how lazy we can be. We support this idea, but we cannot be bothered to like go online and do it, and we forget. And we keep it forever. And for that reason, you know, there were not enough organ donors. There's still not enough. And people are dying unnecessarily in the UK. So to prevent that and to help everyone, this law has been changed, and like the standards were improved, because there are some countries in Europe who already had this opt-out system for many, many years, like Poland, for example. So we really are like we only just got to it quite late. And the work we're doing now, the fact that everyone is automatically organ donor over the age of 18 doesn't mean that the organ donation will go through. Still, the family has to support it. So still, we need to talk to our families and tell them about our decision and explain to them why. And if our family have any questions, you know, you can contact us, and you can contact NHSBT directly. On our social media, we have lots of interviews, like personal stories with people who've gone through that. And also there's lots of information that we circulate about like all the major religions and faiths and cultural barriers to organ donation, and then we dispel the myths. So it could be very helpful, like for you to talk to your family. If they have any concerns, then you know you can contact us.
Okay. Ella, many people, while donating organs, will have certain beliefs and practices. Will they be taken into consideration? And if they are, what steps and measures are taken to make sure it happens?
Okay, so there is a very new, like the last few months or so, when people register to be organ donor, but they like confirm their decision. They don't have to. It's their choice. They can tick the box and say what ethnicity they are and what faith they are. This is already on the NHSBT organ donor register. So when it becomes that this person is eligible to be organ donor after they die, that information is already recorded what religion. So the NHS organ donation nurses are trained in, you know, all the major religions, and how to talk to family and how to talk about the different concerns. So this there is, you know, the NHS is already prepared and knows how to talk to family in a really professional and friendly, dignified matter. So there is no concerns of people's rights or like cultural, religious feelings being violated, because everything is done really professionally.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. And do you personally know someone who has donated any organ?
From my work, I have met a few people who have donated organs, and I know even more people who received organs, and also people, families of donors, and some of those donors were children, and those families are been working tirelessly, which is a very traumatic event when a child dies, but then they decided this child became organ donor, and then they know other children that were safe thanks to the organ donation. And these are very inspirational people who do it, so they kind of transcended the trauma, and then they see that the person who died is like is done some amazing amazing work, I would say, by saving people's lives, and
Exactly.
the legacy lives on forever.
Yeah, yeah. And I believe like before someone become an organ donor, whatever questions they can have in their mind and whatever they could think, like, oh, either I should be or either I shouldn't be. So I think we have asked all the question and you have answered in details. So I hope the people who they were in dilemma, either we should be or not, so they can decide now, and it's a great charity which we can do, and it nothing costs anything from our pocket, and we can give something while we are going from the world, isn't it? So after that our body is not going to be secure or somewhere,
Not
or
in
we can
use.
use it.
Yes,
So at
exactly.
least it can be used for someone's life and bring someone's happiness in their family. So it's been great to have you here, Ella, and you have answered so many questions which is like in detail, and I have even learned myself so many things from you today, and thank you so much.
Thank you
So
so much, Parveen, for
and
that.
if at the end you want to say something to your to the people, to the audience, any message you want to give, so feel free to give that.
Absolutely, what you just said, that if people have any doubts, please contact us. We can talk to you and explain everything, and then you can think about it and contact us again. That's what we are here for. And I just wanted to say about a couple of very exciting things upcoming. Please do sign up to our social media, because we are very active. Facebook page, we're also on Twitter and LinkedIn. But also we were waiting when we will be able to announce our annual charity gala in London, which is a fantastic community event, and it's growing and bigger every year. But also, I wanted to say that we are partnering with Miss Generation, which is like a global, not just beauty, but I would say like character beauty women contest for any women. They will have the gala in September in London. Well, that's what
Oh, you have decided already. Wow, that's great.
They decided they're very brave. Yes, they're very brave. In London in September, and they chose an official charity, which is so fantastic. So we can spread the word, and the Miss winners, we interview them, we talk to them, and they're like our ambassadors as well. So you can join us in this venture as well. And if you want to work with us, if you are a community group, a community center, or a religious group, and if you want to do something with us, please get in touch. So thank you very much
so
for this,
much.
and thank you, Parveen, for giving
Thank
us
you
the
so much.
opportunity to explore this.
And I must say that Jahid Bhatti and his team, which is like you, and doing a great job. It's been amazing, and be a part of your team. So it's a great experience working with you, even, and I look forward to be a part of the gala dinner in September.
Yeah, well, that will be the Miss Generation. We don't know when the Global Kidney Foundation, our supporters and fans cannot wait, and they keep asking us. And to be honest, I cannot wait as well.
True. So So, okay, we have just came out from the lockdown. So I wish you all the best and stay safe and stay blessed.
Stay safe as well. Thank you very much.